Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this installment of G-Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And today I've got a couple of things that I want to announce. Number one, on the top of the list is that on Friday there will be a anniversary of my time out here, April 23rd. I think today is the 21st, so that would make Friday the 23rd. I'll put the date in the title, but the 23rd, or thereabouts around, will be when I go into year 4 out here. And actually, I started out here part-time in 2016, but full-time didn't start until 2018, and that was a big change in my life. But yeah, I've got another anniversary coming up, and I can't say that I'm sad. I'm really happy. I love this desert. I love my homestead, and if it wasn't for a few little quirks with druggies and tweakers moving out here, it would be perfect. But let's not go there. All right. So something I did today was I had made one of these weed cutters for my neighbor up the road. And it was the one with the broom handle that I put on there. And here it is. This is the little broom handle. And he wore the rubber off of it, working it so hard. Well, he said that the unit flew out of there when he was whacking. Of course, he did admit that he was swinging it like a driver, not like a chipper. And, well, he had some pretty good nicks and gouges in here from, you can see one right there, from hitting rocks, too. So it broke the glue down in the handle. So I said, well, I'll come and pick it up. I'll loan you my other one with the metal handle, and I'll make you a brand new handle. So I did. I got the saw going over there, and I cut another piece of wood, and I made a handle for him. Nice wooden handle. Isn't that nice? I didn't rubber coat this one like I did the others, because this one's got a nice grip to it, and it looks nice. And then I decided I'm going to put a name on it. So here's what I did. G-Bear's Wack-A-Weed. I like it. What do you think? I just decided that I was going to name my little tool here. So he'll have this for years to come. And I told him if he hits rocks with it, just bring it down and I'll run it through the grinder and sharpen it back up again. And I did resharpen this for him, so it's all ready to go. And I took it out, gave it a try with the new handle. Works great. So I did burnish this on my lathe when I was cutting it. And burnishing, of course, is using another piece of wood up against this, pressing down with it, and getting it to a point where it's smoking. So it kind of like burns the wood. You can see a little darkness there on the edges. So it burns the wood, but it also gives it a nice smooth finish. And then I used some polyurethane stain, and I think this was ash, but I put some polyurethane stain on there and then covered it with clear polyurethane. So it should hold up for a long, long time. All right, so I got that done. I also got my announcement about the anniversary. So what else was I doing? Well, really not that much, because the winds have been really, really blowing out here all night long, and then most of the day today so far. And they were getting up into the 20 miles per hour and 20 plus mile per hour wind gusts, and it just was not a good day to work outside. So I did what I could inside the unit. And tomorrow I've got to go pick up some items at the store, because tomorrow is when the eagle flies. That's a term that we used in the military. the eagle flies is payday. Well, tomorrow is payday for me, so I can pay my bills and go into town and get a few supplies that I need to keep going. So here's all the little chicks out here. Well, there's one of them there. There's some more over on this side. And there's that broccoli plant that I took out of the garden. That thing was taller than the perch by about 12 inches. And they stripped it right down to nothing but a little green stalk. They love the greens. I throw the wild greens in there, the what are they, dandelions, and they love those dandelions. They pick those clean too. They got just the stems left in there. So they're happy. They're getting their stuff done. I hope this wind isn't drowning me out. I cleaned their coop, put fresh food and fresh water in there, and if I leave the coop open where they can go in and get shelter during the day, they go in there and they clean that all up before bedtime. But they're growing fast, especially Blackie down there. He's about 1.5 times the size of all the others. So I'm pretty sure that he's outgrowing everybody. That's got to be a rooster. All right, so there's Brewster down there enjoying the warm weather and sun. Nelly is back inside the coop. She likes staying in the coop a lot more often now. I guess because Brewster says, you ain't going to mess with those little chicks. Get away from them. But I'm going to be getting going on the modification of this coop. And that will mean cutting the metal panels here, putting solid wood panels all the way around the base first to start. And on this side, I already marked the area where I'm going to cut out the door. So this will be a 30-inch wide door going from this line to this line. So we're going to take this this panel off, and I'm going to be putting 2x4s going all the way down on both sides so that I have my door jamb where the door's going on. So I've got the door materials inside except for some 2x4s, so I'm going to have to pick up 2x4s, and that's why when the eagle flies, the 2x4s come into play. I watered all of the plants on the outside there because they were getting dry and the winds were so bad they blew some of those mulberry trees over. And I found that when they're really nice and wet, the soil's nice and wet, they got more weight at the bottom so the wind won't blow them over. But yeah, I got to keep an eye on things like that. I also went down the road and I cut all of the high weeds all the way down the road because I have to walk down there to unlock the gate to let my neighbors in, things like that. And I don't like things hiding in the tall grass, like I said. So I did whack all of the weeds all the way down by the gate and all the weeds all the way around the compost and around my garden house here, going out to the outhouse, going out to the pond, going out to my exercise area. Everything's been whacked all down to where it's only maybe 2 inches tall at the tops in some places. But got rid of all the high grass so I can keep an eye on what's going on out there, because now with the warm weather coming in, we're going to start seeing those little slithery guys moving around out here. One of my neighbors posted that she had a snake in her cabin, but never replied to me whether it was a rattler or a gopher snake. Got my tank number 1 out here. Let's see, I marked them 1, 2, and 3. I got 1 out here because it's empty, and since it's payday, I can go get this one refilled and have it in preparation in case I need it. Of course, now with the warmer weather, I don't run the heater at night anymore because it may get down to the 50s outside here, but it's still 70 inside the cabin because G-Bear put some really good insulation in this thing. I still got to get the drywall for the inside of this, and with this COVID-19 thing going and not being able to do EFTY, or earnings for the earnings, you know, I just got to make do with what I've got, and and live life to its fullest. So I will cover some more items down the line, everybody, but for right now, I'm going to go inside, sit down, have a glass of wine. I'm going to do some marinating. Well, I've been marinating chicken all day, so I'm going to do some barbecue chicken tonight for dinner, and some vegetables on the side. And yeah, I'm going to be getting into some cooking shows here pretty soon too, in this new year and new playlist coming up. I'll be doing some cooking, and I'll be showing you exactly how I put together these delicious, healthy meals, very filling, in no time at all. I did, yes. I get everything ready in the morning, get it out of the freezer, get things thawing out, and then when I'm done at the end of the day, in 20 minutes to a half an hour, I've got a good meal put together. All right, everybody, G-Bear reminds you, give me a thumbs up down there. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Remember, subscriptions are always free at G-Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. This is G-Bear signing off.